India Met Department has forecast a normal monsoon for this year. So to discuss the impact on the agri sector, we have Mr. Kapil Mehan, the MD and Group CEO of Zuari Agro Chemicals, who joins in now. Hi, Mr. Mehan. Thanks very much for your time this morning. FY17, we've also seen the impact of demonetization, but now with normal monsoons being forecast for the rest of the year, what's the impact you see for the agri sector and for your own balance sheet, P&L?
I think if we look at overall agri sector, the forecast of a normal monsoon is a very good news for the sector, because the entire Kharif sowing, which starts sometime in June, depends on the early onset of rains, and we expect the rains to be normal as per the Met Department's forecast. And I think this year the sowings may start little early also, because majority of the rain-fed areas as well as other areas have the water level adequate to begin the agricultural operations, and if the rains supplement that with timely onset, I think that will be a good step going forward, except maybe in the states of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, where the water level in the soil and the moisture level is very, very low. And that will depend on if the rains come timely, and of late we have been receiving occasional showers, at least in Karnataka, and that's again is a positive news for the agri sector.
All right. Hi, sir. Good morning. Thanks so much for waiting by. Always a pleasure speaking to you, sir. Sir, what could that mean for your company? In this last 9 months, we have seen a bit of a degrowth. That's because, we had demonetization and the likes to play out. Now we're talking about a normal monsoon. So for FY18, what kind of numbers can we look at? Can we look at some kind of growth on a low base?
See, right now we are in a silent period, so I will not be able to share what our prospects would be. But I think in case the agri operations begin normally, I think we are well positioned to take advantage of that.
Can we see a double-digit growth at least, sir? Because this year has been we've been under pressure, so at least a double-digit growth for FY18. We're not asking you about your fourth quarter. We're asking you about a forward-looking number. FY18, could we see a double-digit growth at least?
See, as I said earlier, we are in a silent period. We will not be able to share any of these numbers. And as a policy, we don't give any guidance on the numbers, because in agriculture business, it's very, very unpredictable and difficult to give these guidances.
So raw material prices, which had aided you in FY17, seem to be coming off a little bit. Could you see some bit of a shave off in margins in FY18?
Yeah, I think there is a increase which we have witnessed in some of the raw materials, not all the raw materials, and that as of now we believe is adequately compensated with the appreciating rupee, which has appreciated from 67, 68 levels to now about 64, 50, 65 rupees. So I think that has more or less been neutralized.
All right. So then we'll not see any pressure on margins, sir? You believe we can hold on to, I think for the 9 months you've done around 6-7% approximately, so we can hold on to those levels?
Yeah, I think we should see those levels going forward.
All right, sir. I wanted to ask you about your geographic breakup as well. Where do you sell most of your produce? Where do you sell it geographically? Can you tell us? I mean, we understand that Karnataka accounts for most of your exposure. If you could confirm that, and also if you could tell us if there was some kind of impact because of the drought situation that was playing out in the south.
Yeah, see, our market now extends almost the entire country for the group, because we have plants in Paradeep, we have plant in Goa, we have plant in Mangalore, in Baramati, as well as in Mahad. So we are able to cover almost the entire country. Yes, the Mangalore plant depends a little bit more on Karnataka, but we have been able to move material to Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra from those plants. So far it has not impacted us.
Sir, I think if I'm not wrong, in January your subsidy receivables had stood at close to about 1,100, 1,200 odd crores. Could you give us an update?
Yeah, I think the new budget has just come in, and we will start receiving that amount. So far, payments have not begun. I think we expect that by next week payments will start being made against the pending bills. So I think by April end we should see a substantive improvement in that number.
All right, so final question, before I let you go then, there's a change in urea policy from the government. They had stated that, in fact, they'd given some relief on urea production above the reassessed capacity. Currently, I think urea accounts for what, 35–40% of your total revenues. Are you looking at increasing production?
Yes, we have produced more last year also, and we expect to produce more this year also in our Goa plant, which is eligible to receive that additional production beyond reassessed capacity because of gas pooling. And we produced around 65,000 tons more production last year, and we hope to continue to produce at that level in this year also. And this, I think, is a very positive step for the domestic production to utilize our capacities to the full extent and make some margin in the process.
And urea accounts for how much of your revenue, sir?
Well, urea accounts for roughly about 20% of our overall volumes.
Okay.
And at a group level, as well as if we take Zuari, again it accounts for about 21–22% of our volume.
All right, so thanks very much for joining